Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Spending Quality Time with Eposi Ziton. This is the home show. Today, I'm going to talk about accent pieces. That's going to be the topic for today. How we bring in accent pieces to change the look of our space. So let's get started. When we talk about use of accent pieces, we're talking about the little things that we bring into our space to give a whole different look, to give a whole look of luxury. That's what we're talking about today. So we have different items that we call accent pieces. I'm gonna use a few of them today so you can understand how these little things could be brought into your space and make the space totally different. So I'm gonna start with candles. Candles are very important when it comes to decoration because they do have different functions. Yes, I know some cultures use candles for mysticism. Some cultures look at it a little bit mystical, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about candles to bring into the home so we can use them for warmth, we can use them for lightening, we can also use them as a form of fragrance. A lot of candles have wonderful scents. So when you go to shop for candles, you want to ask yourself, what do I need my candles for? Do I need them just for lighting? Those are the candles that you might not spend a lot of money because you just want to bring a little bit of light in the room. Maybe if you want to do candlelight dinners, you just want to put it and have a very cozy environment and a little romantic touch. That's different. So those ones are candles that you don't have to spend so much money to get them. Also, we have candles that are beautiful candles, but they have very nice scents. Those are the ones that you have to open the jar if it's in a jar and you have to smell it. And for the ones that are not in the jar, a lot of times the fragrance is a little bit stronger, so you can actually bring them closer and you smell them. So those are the kind of candles we're talking about. And when you think about candles, you want to think about candle holders because not every candle is able to stand on its own. Yeah, we do have huge big candles that you can stand them on different corners of your home. But when we talk about like the candles that you can use for candlelight dinners or ones that you just want to put on your table just for decoration, you might be thinking of a candle holder. So the candle holders, they come in different shapes and colors and materials. Some of them might be, crystals. Some of them might just be plastic. It just depends on what you're looking for, and it all depends on your budget. When we go into other shows, I'm going to talk about budgeting and buying stuff for your home. So that will be different. And then we can talk on stuff like what you don't want to spend too much money on. Okay. And also another accent piece that I'm going to talk about is a magazine rack. Like what I have right here with me. This is a magazine rack. It just brings in something that could be a conversation piece. And it also brings something that you can throw your magazines when you have your visitors. They can just, while you're maybe preparing something for them, they can just browse through and just, entertain themselves. So that's going to be something you want to keep in mind when you're decorating, especially your guest area. Also, I'm going to talk about side lamps. I'm not talking about like chandeliers. No, that's going to be a different show. Today, we're talking about accent pieces. So I'm talking about side lamps. When you go out there in the market, you see all kinds of side lamps, all kinds of colors. When we go into a show of colors, I'm going to tell you how to select your lamps. But lighting, like side lamps, they also play a great deal when it comes to decorating our spaces and bringing in accent pieces. Also, I'm going to talk about clocks. You come to some homes, they have clocks all over the home. There's a reason for that. It keeps you on time. You don't have to go to the bathroom and be going through a magazine and just forget yourself without knowing what daddy time is going by. But when you have a clock in the bathroom, it gives you the opportunity to say, oh, you know what? I think I need to rush a little bit. So that's going to be the role of things like clocks. Okay, we're also going to talk about things like throw pillows. Like this one, this is a beautiful throw pillow. When we talk about throw pillows, these are items that we bring into our spaces because we want warmth, we want beauty, we want luxury. So things like that are very important in decoration. Also, we have throws. Now, when you go out in different shops like the Home Goods and all of that, you see beautiful throws, all kinds of throws. Don't be overcarried because like me, I've bought a lot of throws in my lifetime. I have a lot of throws. you know, because I'm just excited to see the different materials, fabrics, you know, that they've used to make all these throws. So that's something you might want to keep in mind. But also they bring in a lot of luxury in a space. And when you talk about tassels, you know, these are tassels. All of this is tassels. They also bring in that luxurious feel, you know, and you don't want to overdo it because I've overdone it. I love tassels, so I have tassels everywhere. Also, when we talk about accent pieces, we're thinking about things like pedestals, because you stand them and you might stand a flower jar on a pedestal. Sometimes that brings the old world in, because back in the Roman days, those are the kind of things that showed wealth, royalty, you know. So nowadays we go to Home Goods, Ross, Marshalls, we get them, you know, so you can use those also to bring in luxury to your space. And we also have things like statues. That's also bringing the old world into your space, luxury, royalty, you know. All of these accent pieces, they kind of make our spaces look like very wealthy. Meanwhile, you can get them everywhere. You don't have to spend so much money to get these things. Remember, my shows are to help you to save money. My shows are to help you to know how to get beautiful stuff for less and where to get them. So we don't have to go overboard. We don't have to be poor because we're trying to make our spaces look beautiful. So again, I'm going to emphasize on the fact that accent pieces, they play a great deal when it comes to home design. Thanks so much for watching my show. It was nice spending time with you all. Bye for now.